Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace looking spiffy and Brad Nortman, Super Bowl 50 runner-up looking like he always does every single day. I realize I'm one to talk because I also wear something similar every single day.
Brad looks like he's going to go coach somewhere.
Yeah, he does.
I feel like a coach vibe today, you know?
Well, you might be coaching up Alex Strove because he has to run a sub 6 second 40 if he is going to join us Friday at Potawatomi's Sportsbook for our remote broadcast. Strophe running the show, UKBN Nation 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talk and Text line. Less is more.
May I derail for a quick second?
Very quick, because I got a lot planned.
Because that hoodie reminds me of Bill Belichick, which made me be reminded of Bill Belichick is a strong man for 70. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, he put his girlfriend in the air.
Yeah.
On his feet.
Yeah.
He was on his back. His legs were straight up. And his girlfriend of 20-something years old was flying like
25.
She was flying like she was at the top of the Titanic with what's
on
his
his
name?
feet. He was balancing that woman on his feet, 73, 74.
A lot of vitality in that man.
My goodness, shout out to him.
I mean, you got to act the part. You got to be tough if you're going to be an NFL head coach and then NCAA head coach.
And date a 24-year-old.
A lot of respect.
Living it up.
Sounds like there's a lot of respect.
All right, Strofe. Brad, what's going on, man?
So everybody knows, and if you don't know, I show up to the office late, right? I come and do the show. Everyone else, Kyle and Ben and Strofe, they're all here early, grinding away.
Yeah, knee deep in our work.
And I usually leave on a day like today, about like 12:15 or so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you come down here, and then I show up right for pre-show, and we start rolling. But with Kyle receiving a little something special in the mail yesterday.
Did you wait for the mailman?
I waited for the mailman. I felt like a dog waiting for the mailman, right? I was like looking out the window, and usually right around noon, the mailman comes around. And what do you know? The mailman, I see him enter the neighborhood, and we're one of the last houses he hits. So I saw him coming. I said, "Oh, baby, I wonder if it's going to be a special surprise in the mail for me." So what do you know? About 12:05, he opens his door, takes the stack of mail, he opens the lid, shoves it in there, closes the lid, and moves on. And so I go out there and...
Did you run?
So... an interesting thing about the Nortman estate is our mailbox, this is like not a lie, our mailbox is like pretty far away.
Oh, I'm sure.
All the estate's mailboxes are together.
Well, they're like...
You got to take a go-kart to get there, or was it a golf cart?
Well, so I got a scooter.
I know you
like a Razor scooter. It's a pretty sweet.
Of course, Brad would have a Razor scooter and not like an electric one that's fast for the big neighborhood.
He has a scooter to get to his mailbox. Kids go around neighborhoods with that. You're going to your corner?
Yeah, and so I have it because like when we lived on the beach in Jacksonville, we would scoot to bars and restaurants and coffee shops, all that kind of stuff. So now I scoot to the mailbox, and because it's too long of a walk. It truly is. It's too long of a walk. It's
You are the worst.
It's way close to my neighbor's house. We're so far apart. So if I want to quickly, I get on the moped or the scooter and I go, choo, choo, choo. One leg on, the other one scooting away. I get there so fast. I can fly in that scooter. And sure enough, I open it.
Cool.
I look at it. And my heart starts skipping a beat.
Oh, wow.
Because I go and I rush open, I rip open the envelopes, and sure enough, it's a save the date to Ben Brust's wedding. So my day is made. I am officially, maybe I'm not part of the A-list. Maybe it just took longer to get all the way out there in the lake country.
It could be in your mailbox, Strofe.
Well, I looked last night, no luck, but I will check again today if I should be expecting something.
Maybe today, Strofe.
I said from the beginning, the way that everyone will find out in the show is if they get it in the mail. I'm not going to be like, you're coming, because then you're letting everyone know, and you never know what teammates might be listening.
Quite interesting from a fella who literally said yesterday he has to have some quote-unquote uncomfortable conversations.
He's making you sweat.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when I'm going to have those uncomfortable conversations.
Well, in the meantime, I'm just going to have this mindset.
What's the Kyle Wallace dancing?
I was actually told by baby girl that I was a little bit too PG-13 with the hip thrust. I was like Elvis Presley back. You know they banned his hip back in the 50s because they said it was too seductive.
On YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison, hip thrusting Kyle's back.
You know what, Brad? You need to be hip thrusted too because you won't be.
I should be hip thrusted.
Come on, Brad.
Let's go.
We hip thrusted at the Brust wedding, baby.
I'm not quite as smooth
That's okay.
Desire is there. Baby.
Are you even moving your hips?
Good.
Like, keep going, keep going.
I'm an athlete, boys. Let's not forget.
You look like Strofe.
He look like Shakira.
No,
Hips don't lie, baby.
The opposite
These
of
hips are
Shakira.
not lying to anybody.
Gonna be doing that at the wedding. Stroke will send you a video, me and Brad.
Strofe will send one back, dancing in his apartment.
FOMO.
Making horrible meals.
So if your letter doesn't come tonight, are you gonna be upset?
No, I'll be all right.
You're going to call
sure?
your local post office to make sure it doesn't get lost?
That's actually not a bad idea.
Just be like, I have a complaint. I believe that.
Uh-oh.
Josh DiMaggio of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, former
Strutting.
producer of Scalzo and Brust. Throwing the mic on.
Oh, wow.
Okay, he's bombarding the show.
I heard you say something interesting, Ben.
What did I say?
Something about how people were going to find out if or if not they're going to be invited to your wedding.
Oh, no. Have you not gotten an invite?
Well, I got a disinvite.
Oh,
wait,
wow.
wait.
Guys, this is really bad.
Wait, what happened?
Today, Ben and I went on a meeting.
This is a work meeting. Like, this is like we were showing like a marketing campaign to a great potential partner. Great potential partner.
Okay.
We brought food back from the vault.
Oh, the vault. Yes.
Yep, very great.
Oh, the vault's
downtown Milwaukee.
outstanding.
They have a night. You can dock very close to the vault with if you have a boat or if
Even
you
if
rent a boat.
Madison people, I'm telling you, Milwaukee people, this place is great.
It's the best.
So, to give a little added context here, this is a fella I met doing some networking on the golf course. Great guy. We talked. Big listener of KBN, Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, Wildy, and Tausch, all of it.
Love it.
Lover of
that.
the station. Dates back to like even the Scalzo and Brust days and all that. And that's why we're going to stick there on that part. We were at this meeting, sitting there. It was the guy we know, the relationship we have, who we've met with twice before. We are waiting for the extra person who will be meeting for the first time. And Ben's running through his history, what he did yesterday, and what he did this morning. And as he's talking about this meeting with a deacon, I believe,
marriage prep,
and a video he had to watch.
Oh, wow.
We are sitting at the bar, at the vault, and out of nowhere, he blurts out and goes, it's probably not the right time to say this, but yeah, Josh isn't invited to my wedding.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what?
What, you're going to do him like that, Ben? Is this one of those awkward conversations?
I didn't even know I did it.
It was...
Wait, what?
It was a top 10 inappropriate time to make that message available. Now, mind you, Ben and I had just carpooled there. we had time alone in the car for like 5 minutes. And then we were going to be carpooling back together.
Yeah, you had
all great times to do that. Ben knows I sit back there where Strofe is right now in board op, 9 to noon.
That's true.
I'm typically back there by myself the entire time.
Yeah, nobody around.
In front of this person who we're hoping to make a partnership with, who's a fan of all of us, probably has some thoughts like, yeah, those guys are great friends.
I thought you guys
Best
were great
buddies. He just says it out loud, and I sort of freeze, and I'm like, well, I can't react poorly here. I can't really say anything other than I think I meeked out oh, yeah, I kind of figured that was the case and just wanted it to evaporate.
Oh,
wow.
my gosh.
I can't
You missed that.
Strofe,
You missed a detail. You missed a
Strofe not
detail.
going. He can't go.
How long were you the producer of Scalzo and
Like
Brust?
6 years?
Yeah, you could say, give or take.
Josh and I spent a lot of time together.
And
You
you
guys
have
just
hung out on several occasions outside the show.
What was it called? The concert y'all went to? The
Goose.
The noose? The
Goose.
The goose.
Yeah.
Don't be
Grateful
noose.
Dead.
The goose.
Grateful Dead, Fish. We've
Oh
spent
my
time.
gosh.
I have helped Ben create as many core memories not family related in the past 10 years of his life that he could probably count. I have been party to all of those.
I thought y'all were
And
friends.
then
We are.
And then I was served the great indignity in public. I was shamed in front of another man, unsuspecting of, you're not invited. And
This is
I
all
just
a true
thought to
story.
myself, why on earth are you doing that here?
Oh, my
Of all
Disrespect.
places.
You're missing a detail, Josh. I go, oh, yeah, we'll have to talk about that on the way back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like I'm a
gosh.
child being grounded, and my parents told me, we'll talk about this in the car, or we'll talk about that. What do you mean? What do we need to talk about? I got all the information. I'm not invited.
What? Wait a
I
minute.
feel horrible.
You should.
I don't know about you. I feel like I need to give my invite to Josh.
I'm not worthy. I thought Josh was a A1. A1.
Y'all talk about me and friendship. Listen, I'm ready to take a bullet for everybody here, but I guess Ben, if we break up, I guess he would just leave me.
That's right.
This is crazy.
You talk about prisoner of the moment.
Paul.
He is prisoner of the moment with KBN.
Did you believe him when he said it?
This is real rich from calling all you guys who have bullied me into this wedding.
I believe
bullied me into inviting you guys, and this is the result.
Yeah.
You guys bullied me to getting invited that Josh DiMaggio was left out.
Now
Josh should not be left out.
This is a disservice.
That's a misstep by you.
Yeah,
He's
don't blame this on us. This is your bad.
I don't feel right being there. I thought Josh was a gift. Josh is an actual friend. We are coworkers who are forced to be friends, and I have grown to love you over the last 15, 16 months. I do. But
I'm sick to my stomach.
This man, what do you mean sick to your stomach?
Sick.
You knew this. You knew this for weeks.
I've been sitting on it, and I just chose the wrong time to say it.
What I imagined happened, because obviously we're there in the moment, it happens, and I go, "Well, that was weird," but I can't let this affect the meeting. We're trying to open a partnership here. This is going to be beneficial, and in this situation, I was
joking.
I had no obligation to make Ben a part of this partnership. I did it out of the goodness of my heart. Out of friendship. Out of years and years.
So would you give this to somebody else knowing what you know now?
Knowing what I know now, I would consider it heavily. Before, it was inevitable. It was, I've got something, I'll go to Ben. Ben's my guy. Ben's got my back. I got Ben's back. Today, I found out this is a one-way back-having situation.
Yeah, he doesn't have your back.
Surprise. We got a surprise.
Wait. To be fair,
a surprise.
Whoa. To be fair, Joshy is talking. See, I'm shook.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm shook.
I know I got you on the ropes.
I'm on the ropes. But Joshy has said on the record that if we were actually at Goose. We had this conversation at Goose.
Yep.
That if I got in a fight, would he jump in? And Greg was like, I'll jump in right away. Joshy goes, I'd let you get one lick in the face, and then I would jump in.
So now he go.
That was the moment. That was the moment.
He was digging while he was sitting there stressed out and worried. He said, I got to find something.
I'm not going to let him try and counteract that. The decision had been made. Let's be honest.
This is the most. I'm sorry.
This is a long decision in the making.
This is the most egregious thing I think I've ever heard. Ben, I love you. I love you, and I want to be at your wedding. I can't give up. I can't give up my wedding invite for you, Josh, and I really want to. But,
I do not want you to boycott.
But I will say this: if somebody cancels, he's next up.
Oh, for sure.
I want to. I do want to say though, it is remarkable when you're given options. I think a text message that was heartfelt would have been a better way to do it. And that's like the lowest form of letting somebody know news. But it wouldn't have been in front of a relative stranger.
We got Josh, you're invited to the wedding. No, you are.
Yeah.
No, you are.
Principal,
ain't no way.
Josh, you're invited to the wedding because when I saw this call, I was like, I did Josh wrong.
Uh-oh.
Welcome into the show, Leroy.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Man, come on, Josh. Come on, Ben Brush. Come on, Kyle Norman. Come on, what's wrong with this show? What the?
Leroy, remember those days when we were talking football, we were talking Bucks?
What the?
Scalzo and Brust is something that will live in infamy.
I can't believe it.
And he broke that bond. It's like it meant nothing. I know it meant something to you, Leroy.
Man, come on, man. Come on. But still, though, you guys that's the code. You guys supposed to stick together. We united. Come on, man. Come on, don't do this to me, you guys. Come on, y'all guys. Come on, man.
Scalzo's the best man.
Yeah.
Right? You don't even get an invite.
Wow. Wait, I assumed you were going to be at the bachelor party.
All right, I'll be back in 60 seconds. Don't you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in 60 seconds.
Oh, he's going to be back in 60 seconds. So the drama's going to be good when he comes back.
So now
I don't think people know what's about to happen.
So now
I know what's about to happen.
What's happening?
The thing I have a feeling I know what's going on, and I don't like where it's going because I don't want to be in a spot where either anyone in here is boycotting or there's somebody going in place of someone else.
Oh, is that what's happening?
And I want to be honest while Ben's not here. I adore Ben's fiance. Think she's a great person. Think she's lovely. A big fan.
Okay,
so I don't want
we
to
live
trash
at-
the situation, but I mean, come on. How can I not get invited?
Man,
That's
nuts. It's nuts.
It's flagrant and it's criminal. That's what it is. It's unbelievable. I am stunned.
Me too. I had to be a joke.
There's no way Brad, Kyle, or myself make the list.
There's no way, 100%. I thought we were going to get invited.
I don't like this.
And some random.
I don't like this. I can't accept this. I know what's happening, and I have to refuse it.
Are you going to refuse it based on?
I am holding here an invitation to Mr. Alex Strofe and Miss Blank Blank. That has been crossed out.
I will not accept.
Plus Mr. Josh plus girlfriend. Her name is on it. Strofe, you're out.
And it was
Strofe, you're out.
Just
I was
like that.
withholding that.
I won't do this. I can't do this.
You got to do it, Josh. I need you for Leroy, for Mark in New Berlin, for the concerts.
Round in the key.
That's crazy.
You think all of these people, and here we are. This can't be accepted.
unbelievable.
It has to.
It's printed. Mr. Alex Strofe and Mr. Alex Strofe's girlfriend.
Crossed out.
Crossed out, but it was printed. He was destined to get an invitation.
Not anymore.
And what a
As Josh said, this is inevitable. This was inevitable. The way we got here wasn't right, but the inevitability is you belong there.
There is
Wow.
You're done. I'm sorry. Your invite is with Josh DiMaggio.
I mean, somehow you've put me now in a worse spot. You not only embarrassed me in front of our friends, you disgraced me. You threw away our history, and now I gotta look Strofe in the face and be like, "Yeah, I'm going instead."
Yeah, it's Strofe.
Yeah. Now I'm supposed to ruin his day but has there ever been a point in you when you're like, I've got a situation here that I need to handle appropriately? Why do you always do it the worst way?
No, this is the best way.
Strofe is finding out that he was invited.
You were invited, but now you're not.
It was this whole bit that we were going to get it.
I planned this the whole time. I was like, you know what? At this meeting, I'm going to tell Josh he's not going, and then I'm going to bring Josh on. He's going to be really mad. And I got Strofes, and I was like, you know what? This is perfect.
This man has panicked to the extreme. Did you consult your fiance about this swap?
Leroy, you're back. Leroy.
Hey, but my wise choice decision. Just go ahead and do it.
No.
Oh my gosh!
Give me a
What
hug,
did I
Josh.
just witness?
This is like the NCAA committee trying to figure out what team's going to
I
be
am the chair of UNC, realizing I made a wrong decision, and we retroactively took out UNC and we put in a well-deserving team into the NCAA tournament.
I am stunned.
Josh, we've got one of two ways to play this. Number one is we both boycott.
Yeah.
Number two is
We go together. Dates.
well, that's number three.
Oh, okay.
Number two would be you can accept it, but you got to produce the rest of the show.
All right, we got lots to figure out.
Oh, wow.
I got to go to break, catch my breath.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe this.
This is all real, by the way.
It's about me, and I'm uncomfortable.
The thing is,
This wedding is so stressful.
I don't know if there was a person that would have handled this as well. Like, if you did this to you would have gotten people very offended. You're lucky I was as cool about it as I was.
Yeah.
Because,
Well, you're in.
there's other people.
You're in.
You look like you have tears in your eyes. You're not like us, are you?
That boy need a hug. Listen, I just hope two people don't show up. Ben, I hope there's a list of people.
There's going to be cancellations.
Okay.
Joshy's in. Strofe, I still got to decide on you because you're sad over there.
Overbook. You know how planes overbook and just hope people cancel. I pray you just
Someone's
overbook.
gonna get bounced the next
Overbook.
flight.
Just please overbook it, and you know what? We'll sneak them in. Who cares about capacity?
I can't accept this invite because I'm going to end up at like a kid's table because I'm the afterthought that they just
No,
throw
I
on
haven't
the-
gone through tables yet, Josh. You're good. I haven't done. I'll screw up that process as well, and the whole rest of this wedding. I suck.
So wait, can I just ask you a quick
No,
question?
I suck. I need a second, Kyle.
Yeah, I got you.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN,
Kyle, I love you.
Can't say the same.
That's fair.
on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. What happens when you mix a 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year with a Packers Hall of Famer?
I always loved the line, I'm not here to prove them wrong. I'm here to prove us right.
But that's from a
not
petty person. A petty person would never say that.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Is that why Tom Petty was playing when you kicked that guy?
Yeah, that's Matchbox 20.
Kurt Petty.
Catch him from 9 to noon right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
No shortcuts, no compromises, just the job done right. At Exterior Pros, we don't just meet expectations, we crush them. Every nail, every window, every shingle is a step toward your home's next chapter. From the moment we start until that final reveal, we're committed to making your home better than ever. Quality products and craftsmanship you can count on. Go to the pros for your next project. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is hosting another Scramble tournament with $1,000 in cash prizes available. Hey ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, and Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center invites you to play in a 2-man scramble at TPC Sawgrass, all from their comfortable golf simulators. Grab a friend and sign up today at wisconsindoorgolfcenter.com. The tournament costs $120 per pairing and is happening now through March 31st. Your winter chance to play TPC Sawgrass awaits. WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you. Growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you. Buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you. Building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
That weird Wisconsin weather is here. Snow one day, sun the next. But you can always count on Tsunami Express to keep your car clean. With 6 locations across southeastern Milwaukee, Tsunami Express helps fight that salt, grime, and mud with powerful vacuums and state-of-the-art wash technology. Technology like their best-in-class T2 with graphene for a long-lasting shine and protection. Stop at any Tsunami Express location and get your first wash free when you sign up online at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Terms and conditions apply. First wash free for new members only.
Be prepared for power outages with a Generac home standby generator from Adams. Storms are unpredictable, and when the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. With a Generac generator, your power will be automatically restored whether you're home or away. Rated Wisconsin's #1 Generac dealer, Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
Want to know where the snow is? Snow River Mountain Resort in Michigan's UP is buried in it. Over 125 inches of pure natural powder this season alone. Skip the airport hassle and head to the UP's only resort with high-speed lifts. We're talking deep snow, 0 crowds, and a season that stretches well into April. Why fly south when winter's best-kept secret is right here in your backyard? Make this spring break legendary at Snow River Mountain Resort. Snow River Mountain Resort, where the snow stays longer and the lines move faster. Visit snowriver.com to book now.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Nortman on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee and ESPN Madison 100.5. Shout out to our friends in Beaver Dam. I'm Josh DiMaggio. I'm taking control of the ship now, at least for the next few seconds.
I'm good with that.
Has been as uncomfortable as I've ever seen him. I've seen Ben put in some spots where I was made uncomfortable. Ben was not.
Never.
His eyes looked watery. His face was flushed.
Yeah, I got white.
I didn't get white. I was redder than a tomato.
And I feel like I've been very gracious in this. I knew I had to bring it on air.
Yeah.
There was times in our meeting where we're talking about, here's commercials, here's like remote broadcasts, all this stuff, and I'm like, I just have a random thought like, I can't believe you brought that up.
Yeah.
I can't believe Ben decided in front of this person who now I've seen twice ever in my life, had conversations with. Like, I would love to know what he thinks. Because he's probably like, why the hell would someone tell in front of me?
He probably thinks I'm like
something wrong with him.
Yeah,
something wrong with him. Something gotta be wrong.
Something wrong with that boy. That's what they said.
That's something wrong.
And he probably went to his coworkers and said, "You won't believe what happened."
Same thing you probably did.
Yeah, I did. I did immediately come in and tell Strofe. I told Greg Scalzo. I told Brian D. I told Ashton Rotman.
Oh my gosh, I was in a whole meeting with these people.
Yeah, I told them I wanted to keep it secret because Ben is great at not realizing what he's doing in the moment, as we've learned.
Did he
realize it driving back? Like,
no, I don't think he realized until Greg Scalzo approached him about it and said, "Oh my God."
You didn't tell Greg he wasn't invited?
Again, I hate the word he wasn't invited.
What do you What would you call it?
What case are you going to make here? He didn't make the guest list. Like, what's the difference?
He's on the wait list.
So
He's flying standby.
So there was the A list and the B list, and
Where
like
was he?
all of you guys were on the B.
Damn, he was on the B list.
Yeah, like because of there was a lot of people on the B because of capacity
He is by
issues.
far your best friend of any of us.
Yeah,
I know that, but you guys put the pressure on, so I'm feeling the pressure to make sure you three feel like you're
don't
loved.
put this on us.
Yeah, for real.
You guys did full court press him.
You did. You did. Strofe would be crying if he didn't know this invitation that I made for Josh didn't actually exist. You would be in tears.
I don't know that I'd be in tears, but I'd be like, yeah, it's probably a bad idea for the lead host of the show I produce 15 hours a week to not invite me to his wedding that we are naturally going to talk about.
You're 26 years old. We haven't spent that much time together.
Oh, no.
It's a lash out off.
Yeah, now we're getting into uncomfortable territory.
Yeah. See, but I'm fine with the me and Strofe thing. It's the Joshy. I'm going to lose sleep. I'm not sleeping tonight.
No, I mean, yeah, this is tough, man. But
I feel like I have to send Josh flowers and
you got to make up for it.
I mean,
No, I think the justice I got of exposing this to the thousands and thousands of KVN listeners and watching your face is even better than receiving any sort of pity invite that you can now give me.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're getting a real invite.
See, but now what do I do here?
Honestly, I don't know.
Because
you'll
Shut
walk
up,
in
Brad.
not feeling welcomed.
No, he's welcome.
You're a pity. You are a pity
Kyle,
invite.
how am I supposed to feel?
It is. I want him there, but like, if it was me, I'd be like, Bumstead, man, you didn't want me to come anyways. I feel stupid. I feel stupid showing up to something like I want to be there. You didn't want me to be there.
I'm supposed to be walking in with my happy ass in my suit being like, hey, I'm supposed to be here.
Oh
This
my
is not-
gosh, I got invited to the wedding.
I was a no-doubter.
Oh my gosh. You're the person who's like, after you call other people to try to see what's happening for the day, and then all of a sudden, you're the last resort.
And
That's embarrassing.
if I show up, people are going to be like, oh, you actually did get it's going to be a whole
Wow,
thing.
you're here.
Yeah.
Wow.
I knew Strofe was on the
I'm gonna be
line, but
happy-
I didn't realize that Strofe was going to replace you. I mean, Strofe, I love you. I do.
Honestly,
but I would have said,
Strofe
Josh.
is one of the people that replaced Josh. No, but like they're hosts, you're producer. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Now,
Dig in the hole.
Yeah, hierarchy.
I didn't think it could be worse, but I think you're in the territory of making this whole
Put down the
situation worse.
shovel.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Am I like just
You're
like
digging a hole.
No,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm already like 10 feet deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you haven't put down the shovel
And I
yet.
just keep going to
gonna be
20 and
12.
30.
Yeah, Ben, the problem is you're trying to solve a problem. That's the problem.
But creating more problems the more you try to solve it.
Yeah, right.
Well, and you guys aren't helping.
Well, I don't know what to say.
yeah.
Listen, I'm shook, okay? I don't think you understand. I did not expect Josh to come in here and say he was not invited to your wedding. Like, I am absolutely shook. KBN Nation, this is not a bit whatsoever. Listen, I wasn't in on it, Brad wasn't in on it. And me and Brad, I don't know about you, Brad, I got pit stains.
Yeah.
Sweat.
My face
This
is red. My heart is elevated. I know what to do.
Sweating.
I suck.
Oh,
My
God.
chest is tight.
Okay,
I
hold
have
on.
so many
All right,
questions.
hold on,
Let's
hold
reset
on.
for a second. Kyle Bruston Nortman, Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. No longer second place Brad, second place Josh. Alex Strofe running the show.
All right.
Save the dates went out on Saturday. I kept Stroph's in my backpack, and I wasn't going to give it to him for a long time. Kyle and Brad got theirs. They're in the mail. I did Josh DiMaggio wrong. We were in a work meeting, and I blurted out, "You're not invited," and that was wrong in a professional work setting.
All right.
Completely just unprofessional.
Oh, I can't wait.
Even that's delicately putting it.
Tausch was upset about not being invited.
He was.
I told Tausch on the air. That was bad.
Oh, I wouldn't do that either.
This is like textbook wrong ways to reveal.
For a moment that's supposed to be one of the happiest days of your life, you've made a prison around this decision. You've taken.
Do you know how much I've been stressing about all of this?
You've taken seemingly every misstep possible.
I even printed the save the dates with wrong names.
Yeah, I mean, that's all to be expected. Okay. There's a lot going on here. But when it comes to approaching the idea of it and the honor it is to bestow on somebody the invite of your wedding, hey, this is probably one of the biggest moments of my life. I'd love to have you there. And there's other ways to tell people, hey, sorry, there are constraints. We have a lot of family. I got a big family. You know this. There's parents, all that involved. And you just told me
do you know what the
in
sad
front of
part
this
is,
guy
Josh?
who I've spent 2 total hours around in my life.
The sad part is this is no bit. We had a plan, and Josh and another, like one for me, one for Elizabeth, that we had, like, when capacity comes back on the invites, we were going to extend more invites, but I just jumped the gun for some reason at the meeting because I thought I was being, like, funny and personable, and I just don't know how to read the room. I was like, oh, this guy who doesn't know me is going to think it's hilarious that I'm with Josh, and I'm saying, hey, Josh, you didn't get the first round invite. Suck it.
In what world would that person find that funny, though?
In my brain, that doesn't work.
It does not.
If you can rewind to that moment, he stayed in utter silence. He didn't speak a word.
He was like, uh-oh.
And I didn't look over at him or at Ben because I was like, I can't believe we're here
So
right
about
now.
this potential partnership, Ben, you are awful. Ben is 100% wrong and an idiot. Josh, if you want to salvage the friendship, which is completely up to him, you got to be the bigger man and just go and get really, really, really buzzed, we'll say.
Yeah, I mean, this puts me in... I think somehow I've become in the worst spot in the whole situation.
No.
I know Ben feels bad, but receiving the after invite...
It wasn't an after invite.
You received somebody else's invite who you know wants to go there.
That's even worse.
Who's less deserving than Josh to go, though?
See, why do we got to keep doing it that way?
Yeah, you don't have to say that.
But it's like we're having the honesty hour right now.
Leave Strofe alone. He's sensitive. He's Gen Z. Out of anybody here, I know Josh's feelings were hurt. But had the shoe been put on another foot and it was Strofe who got told that, Strofe would legitimately not have done the show today. He would say, I need a day. He would say, I need a day. That boy is too sensitive on it. I love him, but he is too sensitive to be taken. He's hurt right now.
You've now made a unilateral decision of erasing 2 sets of guests and plugging me in. And have you spoken to your fiance at any point in this situation?
I just let her know everything. She's got to go back and watch on YouTube. She's in a meeting right now. Ronnie chimes in. Ben's dead to the right. R.I.P. Ben. I love you, Ben. I'm a former Badger athlete alum, but you bleeped up. Moment of silence for Ben.
I can't say it any better.
Josh, you're free to get a final statement off.
I just want to say that I'm not really that offended at all by not getting an invite. I understand it. There are people in your life, there are friends, there are people who could be closer to you. You have to meet those requirements. What I'm here to talk about is how you did it in the worst way. Like, what if I had reacted poorly? What if I had
well, I know you, Josh.
Yeah, but hey,
he said
you know him so well.
I know him so well that I didn't invite him. Like,
it seems like I've been too accommodating to your behavior. That's what it seems to be teaching me. I've been too understanding for too long. You said, "Screw this guy. I'll say it in front of strangers."
I'll stay here. He'll be fine. He'll be okay. Man. I'm telling you, I would have froze up too. I would have been hurt. I would have been silent. My chest would have sunk into my stomach.
Yeah. I think I played it off pretty well. I think I meekly responded, as I said, with like, I didn't expect to be. Because I was like, does he even have my address? I haven't heard from Ben and anything about this wedding in months.
Wait a minute. There's a build up to this? Oh, so he's been waiting months.
Well, you guys talk about it on this program for so often.
It's the royal wedding.
So you knew, how long did you know this was happening? You knew this for months.
No.
He was smiling in your face.
Okay.
Going to the goose.
Shut
up. I'm hurt, okay? I have empathy.
We're hurt.
Goodness, I'm hurt for my boy Josh. I can't believe you did this to Josh.
Time to go to Mark Tauscher, the Packer Hall of Famer that I didn't invite to the wedding on the air. I'm such an idiot.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Kyle, I think you're doing a good job getting it all off your chest.
I love Matt LaFleur.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is to athletes and the Wauwatosa East girls basketball team winning their first WIAA basketball title since 1981. The squad, however, was led by one particular player, Micaiah Litza, scoring 32 points and grabbing another 9 boards plus 5 steals, helping lead a overtime thriller of a victory 59-58 over Edgewood in that state victory. And not to be forgotten, it was the 100th career win for head coach Mary Murd of Tosa East High School. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athletes of the Week, the championship Tosa East girls basketball team.
Hey, it's Gabe Nitzel from ESPN Milwaukee's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Golf season is going to be here before you know it, so you have to make sure you're ready to go at X Golf in Brookfield or X Golf in Mech 1. Take advantage of the state-of-the-art simulators that they have to make sure your game is in the best shape it possibly can be. Maybe you need a lesson from one of their PGA pros to make sure you're beating your buddies when it's time to play outside. Plus, you can take advantage of the great food and drink specials that they have. Book a tee time today, xgolfbrookfield.com or xgolfmech1.com.
I found a fountain of youth down there at QC Kinetics.
That's Henry Hinton, feeling like his young, active self again after treatments at QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine.
I still have trouble walking down steps as I get older. I've had one treatment so far, and I can already tell a difference in my knee.
And that treatment at QC Kinetics used Henry's own natural healing properties, concentrated and placed right at the source of the pain. So Henry and patients just like him will enjoy long-term relief without surgery or downtime.
My knee is not hurting. I remember I was walking down some steps yesterday, and I thought, wow, this is not hurting when I walk down steps. I'm all in on it. I'm all in on QC Kinetics.
It's time to wind back the clock to days without constant joint pain. Start with a call to QC Kinetics today.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Kyle Walls for Universal Windows Direct. Tax season is here, and what better way to reinvest in your home than with brand new energy-efficient windows? During Universal Windows Direct tax time sale, you can save big now. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and there's no limit. Need 4? You only pay for 2. And here's something that will make your wallet even happier. Pay no interest until 2030. Schedule your free in-home estimate or visit universalwindowsdirect.com, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Prize Picks, the best place to get real money sports action. Over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. Simple to play. Pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in more than 30 states. The app is really easy to use. To create a lineup, all you have to do, pick more or less on a few player stats for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. Join over 10 million users and sign up today. Combine your favorite basketball players with players from baseball and hockey, esports, and much, much more. Second half of the basketball season is here, and the race to the playoffs is heating up on Prize Picks, the best place to cash in on your favorite sports. And don't miss your chance to cash in as the league's best fight for playoff positioning. Download the app today. Use code WI to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Joining us on Kyle Brust and Nortman is Mark Tauscher, the Packer Hall of Famer. Listen to Tauschi, 9 to noon across these very stations. Tausch, what's going on?
What's up, man? How are you, man?
I'm licking my wounds. I suck at this. I suck.
You talking about radio hosting?
No, I think I'm saying I'm still okay at that.
Very vague description.
I can't even go down the road because I already wronged Tauschi.
Yeah, Tausch. So you know how you didn't get an invite to the wedding?
I don't even want to do this again because I screwed up even worse.
No, I'm still waiting for the save the date. I don't know, when is that getting sent out?
Well, they came.
Yeah, Kyle got his. I got mine.
And just so you know, you're not coming. And I know you're not coming without consulting with Ben because guess who didn't get an invite?
Oh boy, is Scalzo getting invited?
He's the best man.
Yeah. Who was the producer of Scalzo and Bruss?
Joshy D.
Yeah, Josh didn't get an invite.
Ooh, boy.
And I accidentally, on a partner meeting, Tausch, said to Josh while he was with me, as I thought it was fun conversation, that you weren't a part of it. So I've screwed up multiple times. I'm actually I don't have a lot of shame. Today, I'm licking my wounds.
Is this what you have, you feel like you have a little bit of power and you just want to exercise it to the last second?
It's actually not.
Why do you think why are you doing this?
He's stupid.
It doesn't make any sense. You obviously don't want to hurt people's feelings, and it looks like you're going overboard to do that, which I don't know about psychologically. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Tausch, it gets worse. So while Josh came on and told us live on air that
I felt so bad.
Didn't get an invite.
I ran up because I've been withholding Stroph's save the date, and then I scratched out his name and wrote Josh's name on it to give it to Josh. So Stroph's been taking up Josh's place, and so now they're both going. I'm just
Ben, stop saying it that way.
So Josh got a pity.
It's your
invite,
decision.
And Stroph got
Stop
uninvited.
acting like it's my decision that you're inviting me.
Well, you made it your decision when you put the full court press on me for the last 6 months.
Tausch, you hear this? He won't put down the damn shovel.
Yeah, I don't fully. I guess I just don't understand. You either want them to come or you don't.
I want everyone to come. The capacity nonsense is been prison for me.
There is no. I mean, there in the grand scheme, it just comes down to money.
Mm-hmm. No, the venue has a capacity.
Well, they do, but who's enforcing?
They're not bringing
that?
a fireman to come count.
Yeah, I don't
if we burn, we burn, baby. We burn, having a hell of a night.
I mean, what does your fiance say about all this?
She is gonna be so distraught and disgusted with the way that I just handled the first 30 minutes of the show that it's gonna be interesting. She's gonna be like, "What the hell's wrong with you, dude?"
So how do you go through the hierarchy? You obviously have the big dogs at GKB. Is Karmazin invited?
Well, that's less of me and more of my fiance.
Well, so Craig is invited.
Yes.
Wait, I have a question real quick. Tausch, I'm sorry to use your time this way. Ben, do I get my invite now or not?
Or does Josh have
I'm going to have to reprint.
There is one save the date.
Fight for it. No.
Yeah.
Do I get it or not?
I don't know yet. I gotta go.
Have some pride, Stroff. Don't you have something that has some pride?
I do. I'm just
he
confused.
doesn't want you coming.
Well, I was invited. It is, but my name is printed on there, Tausch. So I assume it is mine. He tried to give it to Josh. Josh said he can't accept it. So do I? I don't know if I want to. I think I do, but I'm really confused.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, you're kind of being told what you're being told, and I don't think he wants you there. So do you want to go just to spite him? I mean, you have to start thinking you have to look at the big picture too, don't you?
Well, yeah, I hear you. But also, you do understand I still, regardless of whether or not I attend or whether or not I'm invited, I still have to work with him 25 hours a week, Tausch. So I feel like the nice thing to do on my end is if I do accept the invite. I should go. I should be the bigger person. I should mend the relationship. Whatever's been damaged here.
You're so damn soft.
Yeah,
I want to go
mend
so
the
bad.
relationship.
Despite him doing me like this, I just have to go. I have to be a professional. Off duty, off the clock, I have to be a professional because that's what we do. Oh, you're so soft.
Yeah, you guys got a lot of moving parts going on here. I'm sure you'll figure it all out. If I'm Josh DiMaggio, I don't even think about going though.
Yeah, I think he's at that point there, LT.
I think that's very valid.
Let's hit you with a hard hitter here as Tausche joins us here on Kyle Brust and Orban. Outside the offensive line, did the Packers get better at any other position thus far?
I'm trying to think who else they've picked up. I mean, to keep McManus at kicker, you're good. You're in a good spot. But again, I don't think you could say yes 100%. Corner, you're going to be more than likely losing Jair, although this thing keeps dragging itself out. I think you have to be, intrigued by what Hobbs can do. But yeah, I think you feel a lot better about your offensive line, and that's a spot that obviously Goody was a lot more concerned about than I think a lot of fans and media folks were. So those are your two big boy pickups that you've done. And usually when you spend big in free agency and you make those moves, you hope, and you better hope, that those positions are shored up and are better than what they were before you started. And as far as everything else goes, you have a young team that you're counting on development. That's a risky move because you did that last year. And I think some spots you felt good about, and then there's some spots that you probably have more questions going into the 25 season than you did the 24 season.
Tausch, at what point do we stop saying this is a young team that's going to develop? Because I'm getting a little tired of hearing about a Romeo Doubs and a Christian Watson develop. Like, these guys are going to their fourth year, right? We should know what they are.
Kyle, I don't think those wouldn't be the guys that I would say. I think it's more
Lucas Van Ness,
the Jaden Reed, and the Luke. Yeah, Musgrave was injured for a big chunk of last season. I don't think anybody's concerned about Tucker Kraft. We all know, and I think we all want things to happen on a certain timetable, and it makes life easier for everybody. But you just have to look back and see there's plenty of wide receivers. It took 2 or 3 years for them to develop into the guys that, very rarely. I mean, Jordy came on, but it took him 2 years to really elevate. You look at James Jones, he was a good rookie, but he got a lot better as you continued on. And we'd have all loved for Jaden Reed to take that huge jump and have 100 catches and 10 touchdowns and all the things. He didn't. So now you have questions about it, but that doesn't mean you don't see the talent.
No.
So I get it.
It's frustrating. Like, we're talking about Jordan Morgan, who's a first-round pick, who we don't know if he's going to be a starter next year. And you got Rasheed Walker, who's a seventh-round pick, who's starting at tackle. I'm just frustrated with a little bit about the development of some of these guys who are high picks.
Well, first, Rasheed Walker's not a
Walker was a seventh.
He's played a lot of football.
I'm just saying he was a seventh-round pick, and he was able to come right in year 2 and start, whereas Jordan Morgan, we don't know if he's going to start year 2.
Well, what do you want? I mean, Jordan Morgan got hurt. That happens in football. I don't know what else. I mean, they obviously felt good enough about him that they kind of forced him in to playing right guard, where Sean Ryan, I thought, played pretty well, especially in the back half of the season. So it's going to be really intriguing. I believe that Jordan Morgan's going to get. You're looking at 3 guys. I think going to be battling for 2 spots. I think Jordan Morgan wants to play left tackle. I think Rasheed Walker played good enough ball. I'll be curious where they put Jordan to start. Are they going to put him in at right guard and let him compete again, or are they going to let him kind of go out to left tackle, where I think he was very vocal last offseason when he first got picked that's where he wants to play.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be one of those. Jordan Morgan's going to play. I just don't know if it's going to be left tackle or right guard.
Tausch, have you guys ever gotten or hired a babysitter for your kids?
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
What's the going rate for a babysitter for 2 kids?
So it's been a while, obviously, because my kids are older now, and we have grandma who's, able to help a ton. I don't know what the rate is now. We haven't had a sitter for a while. So
what was it when, even
years.
Like back in the day?
I would guess it was probably, I don't know, $15 an hour. It depends.
Let me jump in here, Tausch. I have one kid, and it's.
Are you talking about an older kid? If you're going to be gone for an hour, if you have a neighbor that's helping?
That's what I'm saying. Let me jump in here, Tausch. With one kid, I'm anywhere from 16 for one high schooler, 18 for another, and then 20 for a more experienced person with one kid. Brad is fostering 2 twins at 6 months old, and he's trying to lowball. Don't you think that has to start at 20?
Lowball's strong, but yeah, it's a high schooler who's a 10 out of 10 candidate. I'm just trying to figure out. She said, "Whatever you want to pay me, I'm good with." I'm trying to figure out what that market rate is, Tausch.
Yeah, I think 2 twins. I mean, it's obviously a much bigger challenge when you're dealing with twins that you have to bottle feed, all of that stuff, and your attention level. I think Benny's right. I think you probably need to be in that $20 an hour range. It's probably the start, and it's got to be cash or Venmo.
What's the other alternative?
Yeah, pay him check.
Well, I guess that's a good point. Good point by you guys.
Okay.
Sure.
Do you think
20 plus? I hear you.
Do you think Strofe will have a kid in 6 years?
Yes.
All right, good.
Thanks, Tausch.
Yeah, I mean he's getting all weird about it. Every time we talk about Gina Della 0 for 72, he's like, I can't talk about it. He should. I mean, you'd be what, 32? You'll have a kid.
I mean,
yeah, that would make
sense.
sense.
Not really up. It's not just up to him. I mean,
it's also true.
That is true. Very true.
There's a lot of moving parts there, Benny, as you know.
Yes, there is. And with that,
hold on, real quick, Tausch. Where would you rank this amongst your all-time appearances here on KBN?
Well, I didn't have to talk a lot. It was pretty much you guys just complaining and bickering at each other. So I don't know. I would say I've had worse.
We'll take it today.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at. So I would say we've had worse.
Tashi, we know you're off next week. Enjoy your week off. We'll talk to you in a little bit here.
Sounds good. See you, boys.
That's Mark Tauscher, Packer Hall of Famer. Tell him about Gina Della from Pella.
Yeah, it's amazing what can happen in 6 years. Strofe might be having a kid. Who knows what life looks like? But here's what you can rely on. It's Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin offering 0% interest for 72 months. That's 6 years. 6 years that you can be able to enjoy those beautiful, durable, and personalizable windows and doors, or Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, be able to elevate your home, increase your property value, and decrease energy costs, all while enjoying 0% interest for 6 years. KBN Nation, you know that this deal does not last long, so you have to hustle to PellaWI.com or call them and book an appointment because this deal ends on March 31st. Get your 0% interest for 6 years from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Think about what's going to happen in 6 years.
I mean, endless.
Think about
it. On the 0%.
Strofe's going to have a kid, and you're going to pay off all your windows from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Are you smarter than Ben Brust at 3 o'clock? Who's the special guest this week? We'll find out next, maybe?
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
I feel like KBN Nation would agree, Kyle, that Ben has most of the issues on
I
this
think
panel.
I would agree that I have the most flaws on this show as well. Brad's freaking perfect.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Are you ready to shake things up at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee? All you gotta do is toss your rewards card into your favorite slots for drawing entries and a chance to be in the Roll for Riches game show. What's on the table? Oh, just $300K in cash and prizes. Play this March, and Thursday nights, you could get on a winning streak that, frankly, you deserve. Let it ride and roll for riches. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some great news from my friends at Bank 5-9. For a limited time, you can earn as much as 4.8% on one of their CD specials. With 9, 17, and 25-month options, you're sure to find a CD that fits your needs while you earn a great return. It's simply another way Bank 5-9 is making lives better in our communities. Hurry! These high rates won't last long. Check out bank59.com/CD for more details. Member FDIC.
Look
what I found.
What is it?
It's a list of the traditional and modern anniversary gifts for each year of marriage.
Sarah and I use a different list. But go ahead and tell us about yours.
The traditional gift for your first anniversary is paper, but the modern gift is a clock.
Well, our list says the first anniversary is always diamond jewelry.
What's your list called?
The People's Choice.
The traditional gift for your 6th anniversary is iron, but the modern gift is wood.
What a coincidence. For the 6th anniversary, our list says diamonds again. What do you have for the 10th anniversary, Rick?
Traditional is aluminum, modern is diamond jewelry.
Well, there you go. Our lists agree. What have you got for the 7th anniversary?
Copper and a desk set.
Nope. Diamonds again.
I'm beginning to see the wisdom of the People's Choice list.
It's good to have you on board.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Did you make up that People's Choice list, or is it real?
Well, we're people, aren't we?
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Save big money now at Menards. Transform your space with Window Image's light filtering cordless cellular shades. Its energy-efficient design traps air, making your rooms cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. The soft fabric filters light for the perfect combination of function and fashion. And they can be trimmed to it for free in-store. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Quality isn't just a promise, it's a process. At Higher Love, they craft with integrity, delivering farm-to-table products you can trust. As the only clean green certified organic cultivator in the Upper Peninsula, Higher Love takes pride in growing pure premium products, meaning better quality at better value and a difference you can feel. You can find Higher Love just across the border in Menominee and Ironwood or at any of their 9 locations throughout the UP. Get more information at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
This is Kyle Broston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Hey baby, I think I want to marry you.
For a better tomorrow, join the Princeton Club. You can have a strong body, a strong mind, while having a strong community. Talked about the 60,000 meals in New Berlin, that the 300,000 check-ins at the counter helped create. No goal is too small. Simply start today. Get a tour. You're going to fall in love. Free childcare with the membership open 24/7. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. So, are we going to have a really, really good special guest, or is this going to be a downer?
Well, what a wide margin you've left there, somewhere in the middle. So downer to really, really good.
Yeah.
Why not just good?
Because good's not good enough.
No, anybody who comes on is great.
Okay, now here's the thing you need to understand. I'm not going to be able to top what I did last week. I'm not going to be able to get your literal brother to drive from Illinois again.
Yeah,
I don't want him to either. Gotta make sure he's going to work.
I think you will be excited about who the special guest is, yes.
All right, let's line up caller 15 for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? I have still not won in 2025.
Cool.
Taking a lot of L's today.
Yeah, you're 0-9-1, and I imagine it's going to be 0-10-1 given the headspace you're in.
110%. So almost like a free prize pack for the caller here. Caller 15, 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talk and Text line. List is more. To play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? 15 questions in 90 seconds. You're allowed to say skip or pass. Again, that is 800-990-3776. Caller 15, Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? In 2 minutes.
The madness is back, and so is your chance at proving your hoops knowledge. It's the ESPN Wisconsin Bracket Challenge, presented by Cousin Subs. Fill out a bracket, earn the most points at the end of the tourney, and get a $1,000 gift card to Cousin Subs. Fill out your bracket on ESPN.com or the ESPN Tournament Challenge app. Just search ESPN Wisconsin and enter the password Cousins, all lowercase. It's the ESPN Wisconsin Bracket Challenge, presented by Cousin Subs. They believe in better. Happy bracket season.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Okay, raise your hand if you want to make your life a little bit easier. Great. Now raise your other hand if you like to be comfortable. Perfect. Now that you have both hands raised, imagine putting on your shoes. And that, folks, right there is your answer to an easier, more comfortable life. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. This is footwear you don't need your hands to put on. They can be raised in the air, and you can just step it and go. Why don't you experience what people can't stop talking about? Life-changing Skechers Slip-ins. Get your Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith here. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Northman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Northman.
You're kicking it with us on KBN here. I'm not going to lie. I'm still collecting myself a little bit from that first hour. If you weren't able to tune in live, you got to go back and watch on YouTube, or you got to go anywhere you get your podcasts, because you're going to want to listen to it and listen to the debacle that Ben Brust put himself in with this wedding invitation system. I'm Brad Nortman, alongside Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe, the maestro of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, of course, running the production. And our special guest this week for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University, is Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly from 4 to 6 on 100.5 ESPN Madison. Molly Brown, welcome into KBN.
Hello, guys. Thanks for having me. I know I was Strofe's about 5th pick for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust today, but I'll take it.
Yeah, you're better than Josh.
We'll see.
I mean, yeah,
I'm a little nervous.
You didn't hear what happened. Josh didn't get invited to Ben's wedding.
What?
Yeah,
Do you believe that, Molly?
You got to bring that up to him when he comes on.
That's wild.
Yeah, rattle him.
You got to ask if you got the invitation, because I would imagine, this. You got to keep Ben for sure off on his feet a little bit here, but also when getting him in that headspace, that'll for sure knock him around a little bit.
I'm pretty sure that he already told me that I am not invited to his wedding. Like, he just bluntly told me that the last time I was on this show. So I'm, yeah.
He has an inclination to do that, just in the most impulsive, unprofessional way possible. But today, on Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, we have Al from Racine. Al from Racine calling in. So we're going to go ahead and spin it and bring him on.
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
That's right, it is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University. Here's how you play. 15 questions in 90 seconds. You get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we'll come back to it if you get through the rest. If you beat Ben Brust and continue the losing streak of 2025, you're going to win an ESPN Wisconsin prize pack. Al from Racine, what's our confidence level today?
Hey, I'm feeling pretty good about today. I played about a few months back, and I lost by like one. But I'm I'm going to do it today.
Cool.
All right, come on now. I'm cheering for you now.
Today is the day to get your revenge. Ben feels rattled. His mind's all over the place.
Kick him while he's down.
You got Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly, 4 to 6, 100.5 ESPN Madison asking the questions. Molly, without further ado, the show is yours.
First off, I have a question. Who's keeping track of how many he gets right? Do I have to do that too?
No, that's me.
Okay, thank goodness. Woo!
I just need you to focus on reading, and unlike Brad, please do not read the answers in the question accidentally.
Yeah, just asking the questions word for word, that's a task all in itself, one that I could not pass, thus leading to the suspension.
I'm surprisingly very nervous. But Al, are you ready?
I'm ready, Molly.
All righty. Are you smarter than Ben Bruss? In 3, 2, 1. In the acronym PEMDAS, what does P stand for?
Pass.
What are the 3 primary colors?
Blue, red, and green.
How many wonders of the ancient world were there?
7.
What is the only metal that is a liquid at room temperature?
Mercury.
What type of animal is a Komodo dragon?
A crocodile.
What is the name of the fairy in Peter Pan?
Tinkerbell.
In the acronym PEMDAS, what does the E stand for?
What's that acronym again?
PEMDAS.
Pass.
PEMDAS. PEMDAS.
Pass.
What does FBI stand for?
Federal Bureau of Investigation.
What are the 3 states of matter?
Solid, liquid, and gas.
Who was the lead singer of Nirvana?
Kurt Cobain.
What is the national flower of the United States? Counts if you get it.
Poppy.
Alrighty.
That is a 6 spot for Al and Racine. Left a little to be desired, but given the day that Ben Brust is at, I think he's going to be just fine.
I mean, based off the questions I heard, I don't know if there's any like shoe-ins for Ben. He's going to get Tinkerbell wrong. He's probably going to get Kurt Cobain wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't think he's going to get Tinkerbell?
He missed it before.
He's missed it before, and this is the 3rd
gosh.
week in a row I've asked the Kurt Cobain question. We'll see if he gets it right this week.
He's rattled. You got to ask him about the wedding invite, though.
Okay,
we got to keep
I will.
We got to keep him rattled. Got to keep him rattled.
Okay.
He's shook.
I'm going to get into his mind.
Yeah, ask him when you should expect it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Ben Brust walks through the door. Just at that moment, welcome back in, Ben.
It's Miss Molly.
Molly,
Hello.
downtown Molly Brown, and as her father growing up called her Maladina Muffin Pie.
The fact that you still remember that and
impressive.
still bring it up is wild.
Yeah, Maladina, how we doing? How the twinsies?
They are amazing. They're almost 4 months old, which is crazy. But Ben, I know that you're getting married soon, correct?
Allegedly, I might
boy.
just elope now after all these mistakes I've made in the Save the Dates.
Well, when do I expect my save the date in the mail?
You won't, Molly. You won't. You're like the 3rd person to find out today.
Oh my God!
I know, just like that.
Josh DiMaggio, you're not invited. He was your producer for like 4 years.
Molly, easy now. I'm very sensitive. It was a rough first hour. Don't beat me while I'm down, Molly.
No,
Oh my
keep him
God.
down,
Keep
Molly.
going.
What I
keep
want to
getting
ask Molly, as a mother of twins, what's the going rate for a babysitter? Because Brad has twins and wants to lowball somebody.
Lowball. I'm trying to determine what the pulse is for market rate. Molly, help me out. What is
No,
the market rate?
I am so happy that you are talking about this and that you talked about this yesterday, because we are going through this exact same issue, right? So, guys, we are going to Thanalysis. We are, he's not listening. So, we're surprising my stepson for his birthday. He's a huge NBA fan.
Ooh, love it.
So, we're surprising him by bringing him there. But the dilemma is we have 3 other kids that need to be taken care of, a 2-year-old and then 4-month-old twins. So,
Holy
okay,
moly.
so we have
It's
the
expensive
same
night and surprise.
Exactly. That's why we don't get out of the house very much. So, the 2-year-old, he has been going to the same babysitter since, like, we started having him get babysat, which isn't very often, but we were paying her $10 an hour, and she is a high school student, okay?
Okay.
$10 an hour for him since he was probably 1 year old. We didn't know what to charge for the twins. I'm like, okay, are we doing like $10 an hour for them? Because really all that they do right now is like sleep, poop, and drink bottles. That's really all that they do. So, okay, you guys are going to call me a cheapskate now that I'm saying this out loud, so I'm kind of embarrassed. We are giving her $5 per kid.
Oh,
per
hell
twin.
no. That's not even minimum wage.
Yeah, you're going to lose the babysitter.
No. So it's $20 an hour.
Plus 5 equals 20.
Yes.
Three
$20
kids for
an hour.
$20, you keep that.
It's a high schooler.
But here's the thing. She's a high schooler.
Yeah, our
she's going to have
babysitter would
her
be a high schooler too.
She's going to have her friend with her.
But
and
Molly doesn't have an estate.
And her mom and her grandma. Yeah, that's right. You were in the NFL.
Wait a minute.
I have not
grandma?
played.
You got
What?
wait, she got all this help?
Yeah, so it's not like she's going to be doing it by herself.
Oh, that doesn't help my argument.
That's a new
Molly.
family taking over your house.
I mean, well, we're dropping them off at their house. So, but yeah, Brad, I didn't play in the NFL, so I don't know what the going rate for a former NFL player
I'm being
is.
profiled.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
are.
it is.
And you should be. All right,
Did you
are you
admit the
smarter than
amount-
Ben
wait.
Brust? What we got here? Alan
Okay.
Racine, I see.
Alan Racine. And yes, here's how you play. Are you smarter than Ben Brust? Al from Racine went through his.
In PEMDAS, what does the P stand for?
Pass.
What are the three primary colors?
Black. No. Red, blue. Red, blue, and yellow.
How many wonders of the ancient world were there?
7.
What is the only metal that is a liquid at room temperature?
Pass. That's hard.
What type of animal is a Komodo dragon?
It's a liquid, actually.
It is a amphibian.
What is the name of the fairy in Peter Pan?
I don't know, Peter Pan. Pass.
In the acronym PEMDAS, what does the E stand for?
What's PEMDAS?
Am I pronouncing it? Okay. What does the FBI stand for?
Federal Bureau of Investigation.
What are the three states of matter?
Solid, liquid, gas.
Who is the lead singer of Nirvana?
Cripes! Pass!
What is the national flower of the United States?
The rose.
How many arms does a starfish typically have?
5.
In what city was the Titanic supposed to arrive?
Australia. Melbourne. Melbourne.
Who was the Greek goddess of wisdom?
Me.
What is the study of disease called?
What do we talk about with COVID? I don't know. Pass.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy is right. It's not a win, but it's not a loss. It's a tie. It's a
Tie?
6-1.
You got 6?
I thought, yeah. He was cooked on a couple of them. A couple.
Oh, well.
Was I pronouncing PEMDAS wrong?
No,
No,
it's PEMDAS.
people just don't know what that is.
I don't know what the hell that
parentheses, exponents, the M
Multiplication.
is what? Multiplication, division, addition, subtraction.
Yep.
Yes.
Order of
It's a math
operations.
thing.
Oh, you say that. That helps, but I wouldn't have gotten it. But
All right, let's run through the answers here. This was tough.
this was hard.
Who says the answers? Me?
Go,
Yes.
Molly, go.
All right. In the acronym PEMDAS, what does the P stand for? Parentheses.
What is
are the-
what is it? What is it? PEMDAS?
PEMDAS. That's how you solve a math problem.
Yeah, it's the order of operations in math.
Yeah, in algebra.
Couldn't you just said the order of operations?
Well, in the
No,
order of
because
operations, what does
Pem-
P stand for? That doesn't make any sense.
All right, I just don't know the question.
What are the three primary colors? Black is not one of them. Red, blue, and yellow are the primary colors. You got how many wonders of the world? 7. What is the only metal that is a liquid at room temperature? The answer is mercury.
And then you said that was hard. That was funny.
I get
That
it.
actually is a good pun. Like that.
What type
course
of
you
animal is a Komodo dragon? It's a lizard.
Amphibian.
Which is an amphibian, but that's not the question. That's not the answer we're looking for.
It's okay. I think Al said crocodile.
He did. And it made me giggle.
The name of the fairy in Peter Pan is Tinkerbell.
I
And
could
then
have got Tinkerbell.
Yeah, you
And you
said
did.
you don't
Yeah, you
watch
could.
it.
you have a little girl. Isn't she going to be watching? No, you're
Not
out of
yet.
movies for a couple years. Exponents is what E stands for in PEMDAS. Three states of matter. I don't know if you got that one. Solid, liquid, and gas.
Got it. Nailed it. Boom. Roasted.
You skipped FBI.
Oh, sorry. I thought since he got it right. Okay, FBI. Who is the lead singer of Nirvana? Kurt Cobain.
Kurt.
Yeah.
National flower of the United States is the rose. You did good
wow.
there.
Oh, wow. Pulled it out.
I mean, it's the only flower I could think of.
How many arms does a starfish typically have? 5. In what city was a Titanic supposed to arrive?
This
It
one
was
was
not
wild.
Australia or Melbourne. It was New York City.
They were coming to America, weren't they?
That's where New York City is.
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't know where it took off and where it was going.
Melbourne.
I think Melbourne's gridlocked, actually. I don't think there's a port.
Who is the Greek goddess of wisdom? It is not
like
you.
know the geography of Australia right now.
It is Athena. She is the goddess of
Enough
wisdom.
of the Greek mythology, man.
I've decided
That might be
there are
fifth
two
grade.
things we need you to learn. Greek mythology and music. There are complete blind spots for you.
Melbourne is not landlocked.
Okay, I made that up.
Throw that in there.
And last one here, guys. What is the study of disease called? It is called pathology.
It is incredible. I guess that's the root of this segment, how confidently wrong you are about things. You just went on a 20-second spiel about how Melbourne is landlocked, and it's just not. That's just not
I've
true at all.
convinced myself of many things, Strove. Melbourne being landlocked is one of them that I just made up in my head.
Are you going to win
A
in
minute ago.
2025?
Well, I'm 0-9-2.
Are you going
yes.
to win in 2025?
Will I, in a 17-game NFL season, win a game?
That's good.
Given the stretch of guest readers we have coming up, I'm going to guess no.
So you got 6 more to go winless.
Stroke, you actually have some lined up. You called me this morning at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah. This week was tough. Everybody's busy this week for some reason. So, I kicked everybody down the road.
Hey, I did pretty good, though. I'm not going to get
You
fired,
did
right?
really well.
Yeah, good job.
Okay.
One
I'll
bugaboo
take
was
it.
not reading FBI after the question after Strove said to read that question, but Federal Bureau of Investigation. But other than that, I'd say pretty good. And JD and Fondy, the Are You Smarter Than Ben Brusque grader, I'm sure will get back to us on your performance. Thank you, Maladina.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Muffin Pie.
Thank you, Molly.
God, you weirdos.
Brad,
Not
tell us about your favorite drink.
Yeah, after a day like this, I'm going to go home to the Nortman estate and grab me a carbless from the Nortman fridge. It's just, whether it's to just relax, decompress after a show like today, or to celebrate something, carbless is what I go to grab, and there is no better one to grab than the Tropical Bliss Variety Pack. Because it's the new flavors of 2025. This will characterize your 2025. Tropical Bliss Variety Pack, blood orange, watermelon, raspberry, grapefruit. Each one of them feels like I'm sipping on a vacation. I know it's like spring break for a lot of people. Well, we're stuck here in Wisconsin, so I'm grabbing a Carbless so I can feel like I got my passport to paradise. Not only that, the mango vodka cocktail. It nails the mango flavor, and it also feels like I'm just plucked a mango tree, made it into a vodka drink, and I can just love every single sip. And it's everything you love to know about Carbless. It's the low carbonation, high flavor, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 gluten, just 100 calories, making each sip and each can a guilt-free experience. It is something that I go to every time I'm looking to relax, and this is just stacking on top of the classic cocktails, the other fruit flavors. Carbless is just changing the game once again, but that is just what Carbless does. Made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. If you haven't already, figure out why less is more with Carbless and pick it up at your local grocery store or your next run to be able to enjoy a fresh Carbless.
Ben Brusque, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe running the show. I finally feel like I'm whole again after that weird hour and 18 minutes. We get back on track.
The problem didn't go away.
Well, I'm going to compartmentalize the problem for the next hour and 45 minutes. And then deal with that when I get home and put the baby to sleep. More next.
Well, we start off with a little bit of a backup along 41 southbound, just south of Appleton Avenue down towards Capitol Drive. Northbound 43, backing up right around North Avenue all the way up to Keefe. And then eastbound 94 just slowing down as you're coming out of the stadium interchange. Westbound slowing down going into the stadium interchange to about Mitchell Boulevard. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. They know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Mostly cloudy skies, a low of 40. Tomorrow, rain and storms likely, a mix at night with a high of 53. Weather's brought to you by Burnsy's Bar and Grill on 97th and Greenfield, your College Hoops headquarters. Catch all the action on their 29 TVs and enjoy drink specials during the games. Burnsy's Bar and Grill. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
What happens when you mix a 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year with a Packers Hall of Famer?
I always loved the line, I'm not here to prove them wrong. I'm here to prove us right.
But
I
that's
wanna
from
make
a non-petty person. A petty person would never say that.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Is that why Tom Petty was playing when you came back on?
Yeah, that's
Petty.
Matchbox 20.
Kurt Petty.
Catch him from 9 to noon right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Kyle Walls for Universal Windows Direct. The tax time sale is going on now, and they'll make your wallet even happier by paying no interest until 2030. Schedule your free in-home estimate today.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Brewers opening day is coming up on Monday, March 31st against the Royals. Be here for the first crack of the bat, the first pop of the glove, and that first taste of summer as we celebrate the start of a new season. The party starts pregame with live entertainment and a national anthem performance by singer-songwriter Allison Mahal. Plus, get here early for a special pregame tribute to Bob Uecker. You don't want to miss out on one of the biggest days in baseball. Get your seats for opening day now at Brewers.com.
It's time for you and that diamond to come alive again.
At the 4th annual Spring Ring Cleaning at Kessler's.
Even if you have a good ultrasonic jewelry cleaner, it can't match the pressurized steam cleaning we do at Kessler's.
Let us steam clean and polish your engagement ring.
For free.
I'm Joe Gerke, president of Kessler's, and we want to strip away all the soap scum that is making your diamond look dull.
For free. And while we're doing it, we'll inspect the prongs on your ring to make sure your diamond isn't about to fall out.
It's the 4th annual Spring Ring Cleaning at Kessler's.
Here's another idea. Bring us anything you own that needs to be repaired, and we'll give you a price to make it like new again.
And if you have some old jewelry you don't wear anymore,
We can make something unique and wonderful out of it.
unique in all the world.
Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
True Chicago-style pizza is thin, crispy, and cut into squares. And thanks to Connie's Frozen Pizza, you can enjoy a true slice of the city. You'll enjoy it so much you won't even mind where it comes from. Connie's Frozen Pizzas are made from the same cornmeal crust Connie's has been serving for over 60 years. They're perfectly cheesy, perfectly saucy, and they're exactly what you crave. Get to know the true Chicago style with Connie's Frozen Pizza. Born in Chicago, loved by cheeseheads. Available in a freezer aisle near you.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I'm not having any fun. I'm not feeling so alone. For once, every voice is like a low. Dead gunshots fired in the woods.
Last day for a BOGO. Last day for a BOGO. Buy one, get one Screaming Sicilian. That's something to scream about. Stop by your local Pick and Save or Metro Market store to pick up Screaming Sicilian original or thin and crispy. Buy one, get one. It's an incredible BOGO on your Screaming Sicilian favorites. The Boss Hog is my ultimate go-to right now, and then I love to mix it up with the Supremus Maximus, the Ultimate Deluxe, the Mother of Meat, the Holy Pepperoni, and we haven't done this in a while, so get your voice ready, boys. The Mambo Italiano.
Mambo.
There it is. BOGO, Pick and Save, Metro Market. Ends today. Palermo's, find your screaming pleasure.
I didn't feel right doing it.
Why not?
Because of Josh.
Because of Josh. All I can do is when I said Mambo, all I can think is Josh.
I was thinking the same thing.
He created
I
that.
had guilt in my heart.
Yeah.
And we took that from him,
Why
too.
do you have guilt for Joshy right now?
Well, because he was the genesis of the Mambo singing.
No, I get that.
And because Ben Brust did not invite him to his wedding, and we stole his invite. We stole his Mambo. We stole his wedding invite.
Man,
but it's Ben.
It's fault.
Yeah. We're not thieves. We are indeed victims as well. Ben is bestowing this on us.
I'm a victim.
And I feel, I'm a victim too.
We had to have second-hand embarrassment because of Ben. Thanks, Ben. I didn't come to work for that today.
On the Carveless Talk and Text line, JD and Fondy chimes in. Dr. Strofe, 36 out of 36 on the ACT for those questions. Wow. Molly, A, overall great, just minor improvements. I did think Molly was very good.
Very smooth. Very smooth.
She executed her job
that might be our best one yet
to a high level
graders.
there.
Jesse was really good.
He's entertaining, doesn't mean he's good at it.
I mean, he just gets in your head, which I think is, ultimately what the segment is about, right? We're going to have a couple good ones coming up, too.
You can put it on Twitter at KBN ESPN. Outside of the offensive line, do you believe the Packers are better than they were this past offseason?
I can't think of another position group outside the O-line that's better now than they were in 2024, right? And the 2024 team was a 7 seed that got bounced in the first round. Now, I do think Jordan Love will play better. I think he was hampered from injury. So I do think there's improvement there. But, I don't think the cornerbacks got any better. You lose likely Jair Alexander and you add Hobbs. Let's just call that a wash, right? So they're the same.
Huh?
You think that's not a wash?
I mean, I guess for the amount of times he's going to play, but it's not like he's coming here not having a history of injuries himself.
That's true. And I mean, he's never played at an all-pro level. At least Alexander's played at an all-pro level. So we know he's good. We don't know if he can be great like Alexander was. So outside the O-line, I can't identify a position group.
Just look at the wide receivers right now.
And they've gotten worse because they don't have Christian Watson.
Exactly.
If anything, O-line got better. Most stayed the same, but cornerbacks, I think, got worse without Jair adding Hobbs. I think
you can make a case if you want to for neutral because Jair wasn't on the field that much, and if Hobbs does play, at least there's some availability. But although the injury history does not suggest that he would be as available as we would like, but I'm not going to look into the future and say he's going to be hurt. But it's not a great sign that he was, I think he hadn't played a full season since he started.
Yeah, exactly. I think the only argument we could make is that we can expect more out of Jordan Love because he was injured most of the year. But even that, I'm trying to be like a Jordan Love advocate and trying to give him reason to take next steps. And my summary then, where I lead to my conclusion is how can I expect this team to take a step forward if we look at the roster and there's no objective improvement on most of these position groups? And you can say, wait for the draft. The offseason isn't over yet. But guys, we're going to rely on rookies. We're going to rely on draft picks. That Goody has shown a, kind of hot and cold history of being able to add guys that can either contribute right now or even down the road. So this team was an 11-win team. 1-5 in the division, and they lost in the first round. Yes, they lost to the eventual Super Bowl champions, but I'm just a little bit discouraged now that the bulk of the free agency offseason's over, and I can't look at a position group and say, yep, there we go. They've improved. That is why I can have significant optimism for 2025.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. There's nothing other than the offensive line which better perform because now you have a guard making $17 million a year a center in Elton Jenkins who's making $17 million a year, and you got a guard in Aaron Banks who's making $19 million a year. That offensive line better deliver, 100% better deliver. But that
and Zach Tom is in line to get a good contract.
They better be top 5 in the NFL.
No, better is the word. Because then on top of that, we talked about it earlier when Mark Tauscher joined us. Jordan Morgan, I don't give a damn no more. Listen, he's a first round pick. He needs to be starting somewhere. So I don't know.
It seems like he's going to start at right guard.
Okay, well then Sean Ryan better. But so you've invested a lot of money in that offensive line, so they better be improved going into this football season. But then on top of that, there is no other position that you improved in. You already talked about it. You lost Christian Watson. He's hurt for the season. And then Jair Alexander, I understand he did not play. But Jair Alexander, just giving you 10 games, 8 games, whatever it was, he was going to be a dog most of those games that he was in there because he could play at an all-pro level. I'm not saying Nate Hobbs can't turn into a great player, but right now I can't sit here and act like I feel confident about that defensive back room because, I feel good about safety, but that corner position, I can't say I feel confident about it. We're running it back with a defensive line. Expecting for guys to get better, expecting for Van Ness to get better as well. I have zero confidence, and that's why when
I'm glad you brought up Van Ness real quick because I was listening to the Homer Hour and Brian Balaga had mentioned, you need Rashawn Gary to take a step. Take a step. There's the man's being paid to produce. He can't take a step. He just needs to produce. There's no waiting on a step.
No, I'm sick of that.
And then Van Ness, I heard Brian say, Lucas Van Ness in his third year, he's got to, figure it out, take that step. What from the 2 years we saw from Lucas Van Ness can we optimistically say we should look forward to him taking a big step? It's hard to make that case other than just hope. Hope's not a great thing. You'd like to have some tape and some results to show why they would take that next step. And Dave from Aaron chimes in the Carbless Talking text line. Cornerbacks to be determined. You know what? I'll give him that. Lost an interior defensive lineman. Receiver worse without Watson. We got better on O-line. That's it. Everyone else is the same, if not worse. So honestly, the team actually got worse after free agency as opposed to this time last year. Ryan from Iguana go with an optimistic approach. Special teams are better. McManus has a whole season.
That's true.
That is true.
That is true. That is true. I think when you look at it, even Goody said this in the clip that we talk about all year, saying he expects the window to be open. He wants a sense of urgency. Players' lives are not that long, right? A famous stat is, 3-ish years is an average NFL player's length. So if you already get through 2 seasons and you haven't taken that step forward, what exactly do you think is going to change overnight in an already shortened career that you haven't already shown? I'm a big believer in, look, rookie year, figure it out rookie year. I don't expect a whole lot from you. The game gets faster. The playbooks are harder. The competition's ratcheted up. The spotlight is brighter. So rookie year, I get it. That's going to be a transition. But by the time you get into your second year, you are a vet. Like, it is not your first time going through. You are beginning to be older than people in the league. Everything should be grasped more. So if you haven't taken that step in the second year, how exactly do I expect the third year to take a big step? Maybe marginal, but big? I can't expect that.
And see, this is why I take issue with it, because we expect to have glimpses of greatness, right? That's what we expect to have. When you saw exactly what Tucker Kraft did, he gave you glimpses and he showed you he's talented. Jaden Reed has given you glimpses and showed you he's talented. Edrin Cooper, glimpses, he showed you he's talented. But when you look at a guy like a Lucas Van Ness, he hasn't given you any glimpses of the fact that he has potential to be great. Now, Romeo Dobbs, maybe he'll have a chance, and there might be some guys that emerge, but overall, when I look at this football team and the Green Bay Packers, there is nothing outside of offensive line that makes me confident that they're going to get better. But the problem is this. They must get better, because 11 wins last year and getting eliminated in the first round of the playoffs was not good enough. Running it back with this football team as it is not going to get you over the hump, especially when other teams around you are getting better. The Vikings got better. The Eagles are still going to be the reigning Super Bowl champions that still have their players there. They got their dogs there. The Lions lost coaches, but they're going to be good next year. The Green Bay Packers are chasing people, and they did not put in the effort in the offseason to catch people.
Ryan chimes in on the Carbless Talking text line. This is the first in many seasons that I'm not excited about. Now, long way to go. And I think, Ryan, I understand that from right now, but you'll get excited as, Jordan Love still plays a big part in the Packers' success. And if he plays to the 2023 Jordan Love in the back half of the season, he can cover up for some of these things that we're talking about. Dumpy wants Chewy to be a guest reader on Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? I think that'd be a great idea. Maybe he is scheduled. I don't know. That's up to Alex Strofe. But what I do know is, courtesy of McDonald's, it's time to give away a pair of tickets, courtesy of McDonald's, to Thanalysis Live. You can join Thanasis Antetokounmpo for a live show that is going to entertain fans like none other. Last year, Thanasis surprised the MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, with Stephen A. Smith showing up unplanned. Giannis had no idea, and you could tell by Giannis's face, he's like, what is Stephen A. doing here? You never know what's going to happen. So with your chance to win tickets, courtesy of McDonald's, be caller number, I would say 43 for Thanasis, but let's just add 4 and 3 and go caller 7. It's going to be at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. It's Gruber Law Offices. Oh, 2 winners, 2 pairs. Sweet. Caller 7 and caller 14 to win 2 pairs to Thanalysis Live on March 29th, presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Carbless, featuring Brandon Jennings. More guests to be coming. Supported by Prisoner Wine Company and obviously of McDonald's, who are helping give away these tickets to Thanalysis Live March 29th at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. 800-990-3776. That's 800-990-3776. Caller 7 and caller 14. It's going to be an absolute blast. You cannot miss out on Thanalysis Live. 800-990-3776. Caller 7 and caller 14. More next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Kyle, I love you.
Can't say the same.
That's fair.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Looks like we've got an issue now. Northbound 41 at Silver Spring. We got the right lane blocked with a crash, so that's something to keep in mind as you're heading through that area. On the southbound side, we're seeing delays south of Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive. Northbound 43 still slow right around the North Avenue curve all the way up to Keefe. Southbound so far so good. Starts to tighten up a bit heading through the Marquette and onto the high-rise bridge. And then westbound 94, watch for delays from just before 27th Street all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly cloudy skies, low of 40. Tomorrow, rain and storms likely. It'll be a mix at night with a high of 53. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lavida on 94.5 ESPN.
That weird Wisconsin weather is here. Snow one day, sun the next. But you can always count on Tsunami Express to keep your car clean. With 6 locations across southeastern Milwaukee, Tsunami Express helps fight that salt, grime, and mud with powerful vacuums and state-of-the-art wash technology. Technology like their best-in-class T2 with graphene for a long-lasting shine and protection. Stop at any Tsunami Express location and get your first wash free when you sign up online at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Terms and conditions apply. First wash free for new members only.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
I'm going to give you the player or team. We're going to discuss the best possible outcome. Small, start with you. What's the best possible outcome for Aaron Rodgers?
He lands with the Minnesota Vikings. It's the best football situation for him. It's a chance for him to have some success, which he didn't have during his New York Jets tenure, and change the way that we talk about his football career as a whole.
CeCe.
Retirement. I think he's done. I've seen the way this thing has trended over the last 3 years. The last season in Green Bay, of course, the injured first season with the Jets, and then this past year where the Jets went 5-12 with him starting all 17 games. The Jets actually had a better record in the season that he did play than the season that he didn't play versus the season that he did. I don't think that Aaron Rodgers is the same player anymore, and changing the environment is only going to highlight that he is past his prime. He's past his playing days where he can actually make an impact on a team winning.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Y'all don't understand. Make me throw my hands in the air, air. Oh, hot damn. This is my jam. Keep me partying till the AM. Y'all don't understand. Make me throw my hands in the air.
I know he's had a long day, but I don't know where he went.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
I don't either.
What happened? Why did you just leave?
That was the quickest break of all time.
No, it was not. You left and came back, and you left again.
You
left twice?
Yes. Oh my God.
He is out of it today, man.
Dude, out of it because you were sitting in here most of the break.
Yeah,
and you just left.
I talked to you when there was 45 seconds left in the break.
I'm totally lost right now. That for the first hour of the show, I am not mentally recovered. For those who missed it, I am the worst human of all time, not inviting Josh DiMaggio to my wedding.
You're beating yourself up.
No, he's not.
I'm not here,
This was a layup.
He's fraudulent. He is fraudulent.
Don't get me wrong. There's no excuses for not having Josh DiMaggio on the initial invite list.
Well, there are.
No, there's no excuse.
Maybe we all
You've never planned a wedding, Kyle, so I'm not going to let you.
There are no excuses. Josh DiMaggio should be on the list. You should have had a serious conversation with this guy, and then maybe me or maybe Brad before you.
Maybe we overestimated your friendship, but in all fairness, this is an incredibly difficult process that I don't think any of us are envious of that he's in.
Well, I've been married. I got married, but I got married at 24. So Ben has walked another decade of life and accumulated more friends.
Well, he's dropped
friends.
people too.
So but it makes it more complicated.
Dad.
Well,
yeah.
here's the thing,
Who do you like?
I think Ben's in a harder position than even I. Well, I was for sure.
I would guess he's actually added more than he's dropped because he's been on the record many, many times. He didn't have friends in high school.
Yeah, but again, of course, yes, I've added more from college and in life than I had from like high school. Yeah, but again, I feel bad for the way that I said to Josh DiMaggio in a partner meeting that he's not on the save the date list right now.
He brought you too.
Did you think before you brought it up? Did you think like
no, Brad? I didn't think. I wasn't clear. Clearly, I wasn't thinking.
Well, because I wondered if you know what, this will be funny, and Josh will appreciate it.
It would have been really smart if I orchestrated this whole bit, but this isn't a bit. It all happened in real time.
I'll give you a look inside Ben Brust's head. Exclusive look.
Okay, now you go and get your invite. Just because you got the save date doesn't mean you're going to have
you
the.
need to stop trying to play around.
Yeah, stop it. All right, the bit is over.
Yeah, you need to stop. You need to stop playing around with people's emotions like that. You hurt people today. You have to go home and live with the fact that you hurt two people today.
Why are you making it worse?
I'm just. No, you're the one who just tried to rip it away
from him.
Fiery
disaster is how it ended.
Yeah,
it was all fun and games until it ended in a disaster.
Somebody found out that your friendship wasn't as solid as they thought today.
Ryan from Iguanago chimes in, they will never forget.
Yeah.
They'll carry that with them for life.
Josh is going to look at you all the time and understand that your friendship's not real.
And I'm okay with this conversation as I switch back to the Green Bay Packers.
Your fraud's just like my Packers.
That's exactly kind of where I'm going here. I've probably for the first time in a long time, obviously when I started doing this in 2017, Aaron Rodgers was around. There never was questions about, I've never spent this much time about free agency, even when the Packers didn't do as much. Even when they lowballed Jordy Nelson on the way out. You know why? Because there was a Hall of Fame quarterback. I think the unknown of Jordan Love, and again, whether he is going to be great consistently is to be seen. We've seen the ups and the downs, an injury-riddled season, like a pretty good season last year, but not a great season. A great run at the end of 2023, growing pains in the start. But until we have the certainty of what we're going to get from Jordan Love each time he steps on the field, there's going to be more dissecting of the overall roster building. And that's, I think, what I'm feeling right now. This is the most criticism of Goody or the Packers that I've ever seen. And again, sometimes we can be more critical than other shows. I'll admit that. Because I think Kyle, being a Packer backer, is sick of sitting 15 plus years without a championship.
Yeah,
and the goal is to win a championship. And if the goal is to win a championship, the goal here should be to dissect everything they're doing in comparison to everyone else to let us know what playing field they're playing at. And right now, they're not playing on the same playing field in terms of talent as other people on the field. And although they still, like I said before, might win or should win 9 to 12 games, what does that mean come playoffs when you need to string 4 in a row?
When it's year after year after year after year, like this is tough. When is enough? That's my issue with the Green Bay Packers is that we want to talk this big talk about how we're title town and how we want to win championships. And Goody gets up there in his postseason presser and makes statements such as, it's about time that we start winning championships, right? We start competing for championships. But then you have an offseason where you don't really show that you're actively ready to compete for championships. Did you make this football team a smidge better on the offensive line? Yeah, you it definitely did that. But there's other areas of where you needed to improve the football team, and you did not do this. And we are getting fed up as Packers fans because of the fact that we have not been relevant. Like, we haven't been to a Super Bowl in 15 years, and we feel like going into the season, as the Talking Text line said as well, we are less optimistic going into next season. That is a rarity here in Green Bay, that we don't have optimism. We're talking
as
about
much optimism to win a championship.
No, we are extreme. When you have Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, you have extremely high optimism. We went into the season with Jordan Love as a first-year starter, saying, hey, let's see what he has. But then after that, they gave us a little glimmer of hope. And what did we go into last season thinking? We thought that this team had a chance. We bought bees. We blew our whistle thinking this team had a chance to go down to New Orleans. But right now, as we are going to go into the season, there are very few things the Green Bay Packers can do that can change the level of confidence that anybody in Packer Nation has and KBN Nation has in the Green Bay Packers actually being a true contender for the Super Bowl. And it's sad because we are all sick of sitting here doing the same thing over and over again and not going to the Super Bowl or competing for championships.
Well, from the perspective of dissecting the roster, Ben, you made a great point because you're right. When it was Aaron Rodgers, you just assumed and knew they were going to be in the mix. His greatness was going to overcome any weakness that might be on the team, and you always have a chance. But I also think the teams were better. Like when Jordy Nelson walked out the door, it felt like you had a stable of guys that were filling in. I feel like if you put Aaron Rodgers on this team, particularly prime Aaron Rodgers, yes, they would be much better. But I think we'd look at it and be like, man, why are we going so young? It does seem strange to go young when you're trying to maximize a great player's potential. But I will say, in the same way that like if Jordan Love becomes, I'm not going to put him in Aaron Rodgers territory, but a top 5 quarterback, I think of like Josh Allen. The Bills went completely young. They got rid of all their expensive old wide receivers, and they just basically went young across the board. Even James Cook is fairly young, and he went out and won MVP. So, like, if you have that quarterback, stress levels are low. He can cover up most things. Until Jordan Love gets there, I think you're completely right, Ben. The dissection will always be very, very deep until Jordan Love can cover up all the ills that are going to be there.
And we'll continue to monitor, obviously, the Super Bowl odds for the Green Bay Packers per Potawatomi Sportsbook. Ranges anywhere from plus 2,000 to plus 2,500 this entire offseason, more on the 2,300, 2,500 area. But we'll be there on Thursday and Friday, which is a great time to be at Potawatomi Sportsbook from 2 to 5. If you're in a rush, they have 20-minute reserved parking spaces, a full bar, a restaurant that is absolutely amazing, 2,000 square foot video wall, and a major move as well. All of their sports betting kiosks have reward spots for your card. Slide it in, place your bet, get some reward points, and cash that ticket. Bet above the rest. Learn more at paysbig.com/sportsbook. Speaking of Potawatomi Casino Hotel, will Alex Strofe run a sub-6 40? First, we'll get to Diana McGuanago, then hear from Alex Strofe.
In what lifetime, Ben, did you think that was a good idea to embarrass Joshy in front of everybody?
Get him, Dirty D.
Wow, scathing.
Thank you for the call, Diana and McGuanago. More next on Kyle Bruston-Nortman.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman, KBN.
Steph, your biggest strength in life that you bring to this world?
Probably my wife, because she keeps me calm. Even when I'm cursing at the TV during Packers games, I always know I can fall back on her.
That's sweet, man. Who knew KBN Nation had so many simps? Boy, I love this. I love this.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
There's only one store that gives you every possible choice in diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Kevin Morat, Mentality founder here with a wake-up call. You're running on fumes, gentlemen. Just 1/3 of the free testosterone you need. That's why you're drained, defeated, and disgusted with your progress. But here's the truth. Mentality doctors specialize in epic comebacks. Our clients show an increase of 30% testosterone levels within the first month. We don't just treat men, we reignite lives. Just imagine the focus, energy, and drive being restored. Your comeback starts now. Don't wait. Make this your best year yet. Start today at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. Tax season is here, and what better way to reinvest in your home than with brand new energy-efficient windows? During Universal Windows Direct tax time sale, you can save big now. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and there's no limit. Need 4? You only pay for 2. And here's something that will make your wallet even happier. Pay no interest until 2030. Schedule your free in-home estimate or visit universalwindowsdirect.com, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Truck crash? Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Be prepared for power outages with a Generac home standby generator from Adams. Storms are unpredictable, and when the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. With a Generac generator, your power will be automatically restored whether you're home or away. Rated Wisconsin's #1 Generac dealer, Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
Are you ready to shake things up at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee? All you gotta do is toss your rewards card into your favorite slots for drawing entries and a chance to be in the Roll for Riches game show. What's on the table? Oh, just $300K in cash and prizes. Play this March, and Thursday nights, you could get on a winning streak that, frankly, you deserve. Let it ride and roll for riches. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
The madness is back, and so is your chance at proving your hoops knowledge. It's the ESPN Wisconsin Bracket Challenge, presented by Cousin Subs. Fill out a bracket, earn the most points at the end of the tourney, and get a $1,000 gift card to Cousin Subs. Fill out your bracket on ESPN.com or the ESPN Tournament Challenge app. Just search ESPN Wisconsin and enter the password Cousins, all lowercase. It's the ESPN Wisconsin Bracket Challenge, presented by Cousin Subs. They believe in better. Happy bracket season. Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee. This is Kyle Broston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
That make the beat switch, turn off, give $1 million to him. Right now, I got so many villas booked.
You want to walk outside this summer and know the work you put in the spring is going to pay dividends, and that's what you're going to do. You're going to go to weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment, half off at weedman.com. You want to look at that lush, green, weed-free yard. It's going to make all the neighbors stop and stare. It is kid and pet friendly. That is huge. As a father of a daughter and have 2 dogs, the kid and pet friendly was like, all right, sign me up. Golf course quality fertilizer and effective weed control is all part of that winning game plan. So go to weedman.com for 50% off your first treatment, half off. Weedman.com. So, Stroke. You have done 0 to 0.1 out of 100% training for your 40-yard dash tomorrow.
Here's the thing. It's all mental. I've done 100% prep.
So you think in a physical 40-yard dash that you have to go sub-6, that you ran a 6.28 about a month ago, that you're going to shave 0.3 off to be able to join us on site?
All mental.
I'm on Team Strofe. I'm on Team Strofe.
Are you kidding me? Did you see him?
Did you see?
I saw him. However, the business partner of Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, one of the most brilliant man ever.
We're talking about a businessman with Warren Buffett versus Strofe.
He said a quote. Show me the incentive, and I will show you the outcome.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think Strofe is so incentivized to join us at Potawatomi to watch these games that he is going to be flying like the wind.
He can't fly.
He is going to be picking up those knees. I think he's got it in him.
We know he's going to pick up those knees, but they don't go anywhere.
Oh my god!
About Team Strofe. I'm gonna give him a 2-minute tutorial on how to get up.
Why
out of
don't you?
the stand.
Why don't you give him a regiment tonight? Stretch.
It's too late. It's too late. It's all willpower at this point. It's all heart.
So this is like the person.
Did you guys know? Hold on.
You know his heart has a problem, don't you?
Did you guys know? I hit the treadmill yesterday.
Oh, you did?
I hit the treadmill.
That's not good because I could be sore.
I feel good.
Feel strong?
I only ran a mile and a half, but I feel good.
Oh wow,
a mile and a half.
How long did it take?
Did you? He's full of crap.
No, I'm not. I'm dead serious.
So he's training for the Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe mile and a half.
Sure am.
How do you feel?
Hey, Brad, save that quote for Kyle. He's going to need that one when they race.
Need that one.
Nah, I'll be all right. Does that
concern you at all? He's training. He's like Rocky, man. He's getting ready.
Heart's on fire, you know?
I'm a competitor.
Eye of the tiger.
He's the prize.
No, like legitimate. I'm a competitor, so at the end of the day, how much I hate running, I dread running. I hate losing, especially to a scrub. So like, unless Strofe is like legitimately he runs wild, but he can run forever wild, then he may get me. He may get me. If he can keep a same wild pace like that, then sure, he may get me, but I'm not very concerned about Alex Strofe.
So you don't see any scenario that Strofe beats you?
No. Unless
what you don't understand, you could come at me, you could say he's got a heart condition, he's got a frog heart, he's got a pig heart. What I have is the heart of a champion. What I have is a heart of gold. What I have is an immeasurable hunger.
Will to succeed.
Listen, your body can only do so much, Strofe. If you're just lacking athletic ability, you're lacking athletic ability. Like if you're running slow, I might be out of shape.
You think he can shave 3/10 because of a quote?
I think.
Think about what you proposed.
That's fair. That's a very fair point. I think it's what the quote means. It's a dream. It's a dream for him to be with.
Keyword dream.
Did you see him? It'll be just enough. And I'll tell you what. If and when he is underneath 6 seconds. I'll tell you what, the odds on that 1.5 mile, it's going to shift. It might shift a little bit more in favor of Alex Strofe. Because I'll know that, boy, when he sets his mind to something, he can achieve it.
Well, we're going to learn a lot about him come tomorrow.
When are we doing this?
Tomorrow at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m.
Hold on, I got to look at my calendar.
You're not going to be able to do this.
He's not even planning.
I have a 10:30, so we could do 10 or 11.
Who do you have a 10:30 with whom?
My Karma Connect. Corey Sparks of the Damn Sports Show, which is coming up next on ESPN Beaver Dam.
He's more worried about teaching young broadcasters the way to get on, and succeed on the air than he is getting himself to Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
I have an immeasurable hunger to succeed, and that hunger doesn't just apply to myself. It applies to Corey Sparks. It applies to Wally Lukaczynski.
What about Kyle Bruston-Nortman?
I'm going to run my ass off, and then I'm going to talk to Corey about how I won and how I will be at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Sports.
And then what's your spin to your Karma Connect if you lose?
I'm not going to. Losing doesn't cross my mind.
Again, there's no scenario in which you are not under 6 seconds tomorrow.
There's no scenario in which I'm above 6 seconds tomorrow, and there's no scenario in which I lose.
He's really taking this quote to heart, Brad.
Yeah, show me the incentive, I'll show you the outcome. He's incentivized.
Where did you find that quote?
I've heard it before.
He's a business guy.
Yeah, I love listening to this talk.
It's good.
R.I.P. Charlie Munger.
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead.
I mean, Warren Buffett,
he was 99.
What incentive was shown him at 99 that killed him?
What?
Strofe.
Was that insensitive?
Very.
He's just old.
You just mocked an old guy who's giving you the quote to success.
I didn't mock him.
You did.
I just asked a question.
By mocking him. What a perfect time for that song to end.
Strofe is an interesting guy. I can't believe Strofe just thinks that he's magically going to be
faster.
Show up. Yeah,
it's like we might as well say, hey, he's going to run sub 4.5 tomorrow. He can put his mind to it.
Sheer determination and hard work is not magic.
No,
you
that's
believe
not.
You can do it,
bro. That's not the case.
This is like
if I believed it, I've been in the NFL, but I ain't. Never happened. He would have been in the NBA.
I believe that I'm 6'6", but I'm not.
Yeah, but you still made the NBA.
Okay,
no, I did. I made summer league and played 2 minutes per game in the 2 games out of the 5. That's reality.
There's only 5 summer league games?
Oh, there
was for him.
No, 5 for the team.
Yeah, and then if they're good, which Bucks always suck at summer league.
Strofe's Karma Connect, Corey Sparks and Wally Lukaczynski on the Damn Sports Show next in Beaver Dam. Jim Matt and Maladina Muffin Pie are coming up next. Jim Matt and Molly in Madison. And we're right here on 94.5 ESPN till 5 o'clock. Don't go anywhere. We're back in 2 minutes.
You're gonna go to the record store. You're gonna give them all your money. Radio plays what they want you to hear. Tell me it's cool. I just don't believe it.
Well, trouble continues on 41 on